I need
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of dating in your 20s. If you forgot, I'm Ashley.
I'm Takera.
And our special guest, Brittany. I was just playing. We definitely were on a tangent in the other video. We just passionate. We got things to say. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right in with the last few questions and get everybody's opinions.
Yes. Okay, so the next question is, when dating or in a relationship, why are there things that are assumed or implied rather than communicated?
Okay. That was my question. I'll elaborate. I just feel like things could be done via communication. Like I was saying about even the pre-dating thing, I feel like when you're dating somebody and it's like, do we go Dutch? Did a man pay first? Do this? It's always assumed that the man is supposed to pay for the first date. I get it's a lot of reasons. Maybe he asked you. Maybe it was instilled in you. I don't know. But I feel like that's a conversation you guys could have. Yeah. That shouldn't be you get to the date and it'd be like, you go Dutch and now you hate him.
Me reaching for my wallet. He was
the worst date ever because he made you go Dutch. When before that date, y'all could have had a conversation.
I ain't even reached for
Are we going to go Dutch? Right. Are you going to pay? Like, I feel like that's the simplest thing, and people just be like, he ain't for me. Because he assumed this is a new day and age. Y'all picking and choosing stuff y'all want to take from the olden days.
Yeah.
Look, this is a new day and age. Women can't go Dutch.
Pay for your meal, Miss Independent.
Women can go Dutch. Have a conversation about that. Or it's just like a lot of stuff that people feel is implied. Like, people can't read your mind. Mm-hmm. People don't know your love language. Yeah. You have to express that stuff to them. They love differently than you. They understand stuff differently than you. Mm-hmm. It has to be a communication. Everything cannot be, or some stuff cannot be assumed or implied. Talk. Express yourself.
I definitely
100%
agree with that. Y'all, I'm joking on this. Y'all can be independent, but just tone it down just a little bit. Okay,
not
I just want to make that clear.
People away.
Yeah, don't be too independent to where you just really come off to where you don't need anybody. Whether you need anybody or not, don't be like that, y'all.
We'll touch on that
on a different video.
We'll touch on
that on a different video. But anyway,
just communicate, guys. Stop always assuming stuff. The moral of the story: communication is key.
Yeah, I feel like communication and comprehension for sure.
Understanding.
Because I feel like, and then, because like you said, going Dutch, talk about that before. If you ask me on a date, I'm gonna assume that this is your date and you're gonna pay for it. Mm-hmm. If I ask you out, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm assuming that I'm gonna be the one paying for it, and you may or may not be the kind of man that's gonna let me pay for it. But if I ask you out, this is my date.
Assume I'm gonna pay for it. Now, what if it's the situation where y'all just talking? Ooh, we should go snowboarding, blah blah blah. Yeah, we definitely should go snowboarding. Who asked who?
Right.
That's just the idea, and then y'all both like, yeah, let's just go on Sunday. Who's paying? Right. The woman is gonna assume the man is paying. The man ain't gonna be sure.
The crazy thing is, I would assume that I'm paying for myself.
What, you're a different breed.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking generally. Generally, the woman is going to assume that the man is going to pay.
If you're not saying,
and the man is going to be confused on whether it's he paying or y'all going.
Yeah, because that didn't really even sound like anybody was asking anybody on a date. That just sounded like, oh, let's go. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Communication is always just key. You just never know. You just never know. Nobody ever knows.
Yeah.
It's honestly just safe not to assume, and if certain things are deal breakers for you, instead of assuming, you definitely need to ask questions. Mm-hmm. Like Ashley was saying, if you get on that date and he wants to split the bill and you know that's something that's going to set you off, you definitely need to ask before you go.
Yeah. Won't even waste your time. Just be like, oh, he ain't the guy for me.
He ain't the one. And there's nothing wrong with that. To each its own, but that's why you need to ask questions.
Honestly, if you ask me out and you ask me to split the bill, I'm going to be a little irritated. I'm going to pay for it, but I'm going to be a little irritated because I got food at home. I could have been at home eating my free food.
See, you know, and then women go into dates like that.
Yeah.
But if you have a conversation beforehand and he has the ability to tell you why he is asking you to split that bill. It could be because maybe he was hurt and he would rather it be a pre-date type of vibe. You know, maybe it was that.
But
Like,
why make that decision to go here where you know?
Or maybe he like, you know, his finances ain't great, but he do wanna
like,
go
he
out
really
with you
wants to
and be
see
with
you.
you.
That's nice. That is, I 100% agree with that. That is nice. Maybe his pockets are hurting. But why would you go here instead of
But
going
I'm
back?
saying, so what I'm saying is y'all have that opportunity to talk about it, is what I'm saying. Y'all have the opportunity. You could be like, oh, I don't really normally go Dutch on dates, yada yada yada, but we can go on this date. That's maybe it's fall right into his budget.
Right.
And he'd be like, definitely could go on that date. I could definitely pay for that. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Or we can go here, but we would have to go Dutch.
Or you could just be like, we can go this, and all those free dates. You know what I'm saying? It just gives opportunity for a conversation versus we go on a date. He can't pay. I mean, we go on a date and he's expecting. I'm not even saying he broke. I'm just saying like some men pre-date hurt. And they like, a woman could go Dutch on the first date because if it go bad, we each pay for our food.
Yeah.
You know,
if it go bad, I'm probably, yeah.
You get what I mean? If it go bad, we each pay for our food.
But,
whatever. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like communication. I just feel like it gives room to have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's all I
I agree with that.
It just gives room for a conversation.
I just don't agree that if you know that you want to split that bill, let's probably not go on that date. Because it's a reason why you don't want to pay for the whole bill. Maybe it's the pre-dating thing, or maybe it's because you can't afford it, which is fine. But like, why don't we do something that's more economically friendly?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that as well. But I just said like communications is key. Like communicate, but him communicating that to you.
Yeah,
right. Like these are our
key.
options.
Like, look, this is what we're gonna do. Did you have some options on some dates you wanna go on? Blah blah blah. Like, I'm pretty sure ain't no dude that's about to be like, let's go, you know, pay for this expensive wine, blah blah blah, if he ain't got the money. I don't feel like no man is gonna initiate a date he can't pay for. Like, I don't think that. But I do think it's behind it as if like, if the date goes bad, I just spent $200 on somebody I'm never gonna see again. And I know that sounds bad.
Look, that's a risk you gotta take.
I know that sounds bad. You know, that's definitely a risk you gotta take.
So I want to pose a question then.
That is a risk you gotta take for sure. I agree with that, Brittany.
Yeah,
that's a risk. Yeah, that's definitely a risk you gotta take.
Leave me at home if you weighing on, man. If this don't go good and I spend all this money,
that's definitely
don't
a risk.
ask me out.
So let me pose this question then. Would you rather go out with a broke man or with a cheap man?
I would rather go out with a broke man than a cheap man. The reason why I say a broke man is because a cheap man has it, he just don't want to spend it, or he feel like he don't need to, or I don't know. It's not a good intent behind a cheap man. A broke man, it's good intent. I want to, I would like to, but this is all I can do.
Right. And hopefully with the broke man, he won't be broke forever. The dude that's cheap, he always gonna be cheap. And there's a difference between being cheap and, you know, being smart with your money and being frugal. Cheap is, you, like you said, you have the money to spend and you just not going to. No.
So y'all get where I'm coming from when I'm saying.
As far as the date, as far as like going on a date, I get it. But I haven't I've like, that's just one example. I'm not just talking about, okay, going Dutch and blah, blah, blah. That's like a minuscule example. When you're in a relationship with people, other stuff is also still assumed. Yeah. The man got to pay all of the bills. And like, it's a lot more stuff that's assumed that shouldn't be assumed. It should be a conversation. Yeah, like a man paying all the bills. That's a deep one.
Because everybody's different, and most of the time when people assume, they're assuming based off of what they're used to, and not everybody's gonna be like that.
Yeah, so that was just a minuscule example. Yeah, no, probably not even the best example. I'm talking about the deep stuff, the more important stuff. That's simple. I'm talking about the more important stuff.
Which I knew what you meant. I just wanted to touch on that because it can be perceived in a way that you asking me to go have or pay for what I'm getting, and you ask for my time, like you asked for us to go out, and then you chose this place.
Yeah,
it's not like I chose it.
I agree with that.
You chose this place, so like now I'm just like,
and then I think I was going more so of not like a person like asking you out and saying like, okay, I'm gonna ask you out, and then have the conversation about, hey, so are we paying together or are we doing it separately? I'm saying ask that before you ask them out. I'm saying get to know if that person, I don't know how you can ask it, but see how that person stands on going Dutch, or the men should pay, or blah blah. See their views first before you ask them out. That's why I was going with it. See their views first before you ask them out. That way you already know if you should or shouldn't even ask them out. Because if they say, I feel like the man should pay for everything regardless, and you don't feel that, then that's not for you. But if it's like, I feel like if I ask you out, you ask me out, I pay, you pay, maybe they're for it. You know, I feel like that's what I meant when I said like communicate that.
Cause the date probably change. If you ask, so am I paying for it or we gonna pay for ourselves, and be like, well, how about we just go here? That way money is not an issue right now, and if we want to actually get to know each other, we can get to know each other without the money being an issue. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you guys feel? How do we feel about casual sex?
I feel like you're trying to come for me with this question, but it's okay.
I was never gonna do that. I was never gonna
Come to that one.
That's the one. I'm not opposed to. All right, let me not say that. I get it. You know, like
well, what is casual sex?
Sex casually.
Like what? Sex in no relationship, or
not dating, or people you dating and you just like have sex in them. What do y'all think casual sex is? Comment down below.
Because
that could be different for everyone.
Like casual sex was.
Well, we can all say what we think it is and just say how we feel about it.
I don't really know. I guess what the general definition is, but for me, having casual sex is just me having sex with you outside of a relationship.
Yeah, that's part like the basic.
Yeah, so I've done that. Would I ever do it again? No. Honestly, it get confusing. It gets confusing to me.
The emotions thing.
Yeah, but not the situation with me is I knew I didn't want to be with him. You know, like I knew I didn't want to be with you, but I wasn't sure if he knew that I didn't want to be with him.
Oh, well, that's not for him to know.
Right.
Unless you want to tell him.
So, like, it caused confusion to where it's like, okay, I know if I'm having casual sex with you, I'm going to only have casual sex with you. I'm not going to go have sex with other people because, you know.
Yeah.
But also, I don't have to act like your girlfriend when I'm not your girlfriend either. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to still go on dates.
Well, that's not the definition of casual sex. What you said beforehand was the definition of casual sex. I Googled it.
Oh, what did I say?
You said having sex without like a relationship.
Right.
But then you started talking about going on dates, and I think that took away the casual part. Right?
Casual dating.
That's part of it?
Yes, it says sexual activity that takes place outside a romantic relationship and implies an absence of commitment, emotional attachment, or familiarity between sexual partners. And
I was talking about
casual dating, one night stands, other stuff.
I was talking about me dating other people, not me dating them.
Well, I think
but you can casual date and casual sex. But I'm not really too much of a fan of it now. It was fun-ish when we did it, but I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah, who hasn't? Unless you like abstinent or blah blah blah, whatever. But I definitely I had casual sex in college. Like, but who hasn't had casual sex in college? Recently I haven't technically had casual sex-ish. I don't really know what that situation is, so I'm not gonna speak on it. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Remember, we're dating with intent now, so casual sex don't really fall under our bracket anymore. But if you're doing it and if you enjoy yourself, just make sure you're safe, regardless as if they telling you stuff in your ear, blah blah blah. Just make sure you're safe, you're protecting yourself, and enjoy yourself. If you like casual sex.
Condoms.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you're a woman, buy your own condoms.
Yeah, you should.
So you don't
buy your
You're
own
gonna be doing that anyway. Yeah.
Buy your own condoms. Y'all not in a relationship. You don't know.
But it can be fun. So if you're having fun, protect yourself. That's all. That's all I ask.
Right.
That's all I ask. And have fun. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it though.
Right, definitely.
Should be a joyful moment for both of y'all.
And if you know you catch feelings fast,
don't do it. There's no reason to have casual sex if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
There's no point. And like she
and
said,
if you're emotional being
you're emotional and you get attached easily.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't have casual sex.
Have casual sex and set the intent in the beginning that it's just gonna be casual sex.
Definitely. If you're gonna have casual sex, to each its own. If it works for you, it works for you. But like Ashley was saying, communication.
Make sure y'all both know it's casual sex.
Because for him it could be casual sex, and for you think it's going somewhere, and he just humping. So you definitely need to talk about it.
He humping and pursuing her.
Yeah. So if that matters to you, you definitely need to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is fun. So have that fun. Enjoy thyself. Wrap that up.
Wrap it up.
And be smart and communicate.
Definitely. Okay.
Not the little
right here.
Scared.
Okay, so this is a two-part question. What does it mean to date with intention? That's the first part of the question. Second part of the question is, do you think the value of marriage has gone down? Good stuff.
Some good ones.
Good stuff. This is a good question.
Y'all can go.
My definition of dating with intent is me dating with the intention of being with you long term. And then not only a relationship, but seeing if I can be with you for like ever. Ooh, that sounds weird. Forever. Like marry you. I'm saying marry. Okay. Yeah. Dating, that's what dating with intent to me is. But dating with intent to other people could be anything. Right. So it's what you define it. And I feel like you said, back to the communication, you should probably communicate that intention up front, because his intention could be like, okay, she looked good, I think I can, have sex with her and it'd be good, blah blah blah, but she's not somebody I'm gonna take home to my mama, so I just want to have sex with her, like good, nasty sex, okay? But to her, she really could be like, yeah, she could be like, oh, I could see myself with him, and blah, blah, blah.
We could be married, he's a good father, blah, blah, blah.
Don't even know him. But yeah, so my dating with intention is dating with the intent for it to go somewhere. For it to go in a relationship, and then the relationship lead to marriage. Yeah. That's that's
how I describe that. That's how I define mine too.
I think mine was a little different, but it kind of is like what you were saying. It really is based off the person, because I feel like dating with intent means dating with the purpose, and everyone's purpose could be different.
Exactly.
Somebody's intentions could be they just want to date because they want to have sex with the same person, but in reality, to them, they know it's not going to lead to marriage, or they want to date because they want to go on dates, but it doesn't always mean for other people
leading
that
to marriage,
a committed relationship or marriage or children, whatever the case may be. So definitely make sure you communicate that.
You communicate what that intent is in the beginning. If I'm a fan of that, what you want. Communicate that in the beginning. Mine's the same as Takera. Like, I'm dating right now, my intent. Back then, it was some of that stuff Brittany said. Right. But right now, is that intent to marry. That intent to find my person I'll be with forever, the father of my children, love my life, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Romantic comedy.
And we're not saying this to look at every man as your husband. I'm not saying.
Just figure out what your purpose of dating is.
We're not saying that at all. Like, every man not going to be your husband or even be a husband.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, because I always say this, I'm a wife. Whether I got a ring or not, I'm a wife now. I'm going to be a wife now. I'm going to be a wife in the future.
Yeah.
He may not be a husband. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he may not be a husband, so don't look at every person like he's your husband.
That's why you date, and that's why you get to know them. To get to know them, to see how you view them. Because you could downright, my intent, I promise you, my intent is to marry somebody.
Yeah.
But I have dated men that I've viewed and been like, yeah, I would probably only go on a few dates with him just because like he's a great energy and he's a cool guy, but I don't see it going further for him to be somebody and be with long term.
Right.
Definitely have done it. It's going to be people you're going to connect with that's just not going to be the one you feel is the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't treat him like that. Don't treat every guy the same. They're new, they're fresh, but you know your intent is to marry someone. Don't have to be everyone you meet.
Right. Sometimes stuff just doesn't work out, and that is okay.
That is okay. And if it didn't work out, then clearly that wasn't the one.
It wasn't your husband. Okay, so the next part of the question. Do y'all feel like the value of marriage has gone down?
Yes.
Wholeheartedly.
Drop it like it's hot.
It declined.
That boy had his apple bottom heels, boots with the fur. He got low. He dropped down and got the eagle on.
Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Drop down.
No, it definitely dropped, and I think it's a lot of reasons why. I think it dropped because, one, we're in a different time. Back then, marriage was like, I'm gonna have to marry her just so I could get some sex. Now sex is like you can get it without the marriage part. But I feel like people are scared. They fear marriage. Public service announcement: if you fear marriage, you're not ready to get married.
Right.
If you're scared of it, you're not ready to get married.
They fear the commitment that comes with it. It's easier to cheat on your girlfriend than your wife.
Yeah. If you feel like you still might, if you're thinking like, what if I cheat on her? What if this happened? What if this happened? You're not ready to get married to give yourself to one person wholeheartedly.
And then that probably means you probably need therapy. So I suggest to get that before you try to get married.
Yeah, and then it's another thing is like, and no shade to him because I found it very interesting that polyamory and that being with more than one person has arose more than it did back when marriage was like, it's freely now. It's like, it happens.
It's a trend.
It's a trend. It happens. Yeah. People are doing that more now. So people believe we're not supposed to be monogamous beings. But we are. But people believe we're not. So I think that made the value of marriage go down as well. Also, not gonna lie, that divorce rate is pretty high. But I think it all boils to people just not understanding, listening, and comprehending to each other. So that's why the divorce rate is dropping. But people just are wholeheartedly terrified of marriage. Yeah. For some reason, marriage has a bad stigma versus a good one. It just has a bad stigma.
I saw a post that said that men benefited more in marriage, and then the men in the comments was like, how? Like, you literally don't benefit more. And I think right, I feel like it's because they don't have an understanding of what their marriage is going to look like or what they want their marriage to look like. So yeah, you're probably thinking, which I don't understand. I don't really understand why anyone thinks any person benefit more, because you both need to work together to make that work. So I don't really understand the notion behind it, the idea behind one benefit more. I don't get that.
The point of marriage, what I think, what my good one is, that I kept saying I got a good one is, I feel like people that's not married tend to view marriage in the eyes of people that are. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be building yourself up to prepare yourself for what kind of marriage you want. Right. But I feel like people look and be like, well, their marriage failed. And that marriage she ain't had no money. He had all the money, but ended up getting divorced and she took it all. It's not about their marriage. It's about the marriage you want and the way you build your marriage up. But people view it from other people's perspective, which gives them the cloudy vision of what marriage really is. Also, people are not legally hip to marriage and prenups. Y'all scared of prenups like it's a wasp. Prenups are there to support and help both parties if y'all do it correctly with the right attorneys. I'm sorry, that's how I feel about prenups. If you scared of a prenup, then you got an issue. You got trust issues, and like she said, you need some therapy because prenups is supposed to help everybody. It's supposed to help the children. It's supposed to allow all of y'all to benefit. That's why you do it before you get married. If your money you got is your money. Money I got is my money. Money we got together, we gonna sell all of it, liquidate our assets, split the share, the children get a joint custody thing in the prenup. Figure all that stuff out before you get married. So when the divorce which ain't supposed to happen, happens, y'all like, I'm unbothered. What's mine is mine, what's hers is hers, it's all written out.
Right. And conversations that come up when you're trying to figure out the prenup might let you know you might not need to be married. Those conversations will bring up stuff that you probably never knew, you know, your partner was even feeling that way. And now it's like, hold on, I didn't know he was doing it like that.
Yes. And ladies, stop feeling like if a man bring up a prenup, he think y'all gonna get divorced.
Right.
It's childish. Sorry, but it is childish. Honestly, he's a grown man who worked hard to get what he want and what he got, and he want to protect it. Just as like if you was a grown woman who worked hard to get what you got and the divorce happened, would you want him to get all your money? Would you? Because if you would, just say that, because it don't happen, and the movies don't talk about it, and everybody don't display it. But men could benefit from a prenup and a divorce just as much as a woman.
Adele ex-husband benefited. I think he got $15 million from her.
Right. You see a lot of these celebrity women having to take care of their husbands.
And let me tell you, y'all them alimony checks, and y'all be thinking the movie be like the woman all get alimony checks. Men could get alimony checks too, baby. It's all about who making the most income.
Who making the most income and who messed up the marriage.
Yes. So stop fearing it. Just prepare yourself for the type of marriage you want. Get educated on what marriage entitles, legal aspect and all, because that's a part of it. And stop downing it when you don't know much about it. Learn first. Learn first.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation in college, because people like think of it as it's just a contract that we're gonna be together, and I'm just like, yeah, but it's that and more. Like it's a lot more. We can make decisions for each other.
Right.
Like if anything was to happen to me, you live with me. You see me every day. You know what it's like for me. But if we're not married and we ain't been together that long, because I don't even know if common law even matters when it comes to medical or not. I don't know. If y'all know, comment below, because I'm not.
I honestly think it varies by state.
Common law varies. All common law laws vary by complete state solely.
So
all common law laws.
So just imagine like something was to happen to you, or something happened to your person, and then your mama or dad come in, and they ain't been around a lot. I mean, maybe y'all don't have the best relationship, you know, with your parent, and they come in, now they calling the shots, and the whole time you've been there.
So you know an episode like that on Grey's Anatomy.
Right, you've been there, and then like maybe the mama or the dad just like, all right, let's pull the plug, and you really just got that faith, like, no, let's just wait a minute, I think they're gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens like that. I've seen it's a show. I don't know if stuff happens like that, but I'm pretty sure stuff happens like that.
They not just pulling out their butt.
Yeah, it was a show where they was trying to they was trying to pull the plug on them. The parents was trying to pull the plug. They got tired. They was hurting too much. They got tired. But the boyfriend was like, no, like, I know she gonna come out of this, and she came out of it. Yeah, she was evil, but she came out of it. So I'm just like, it's a whole bunch of different factors to where marriage is beneficial.
And if you're gonna think of it like a contract, by all means, if you think of it like a contract, think about the business part then.
Right. 2
incomes instead of 1, which means you can invest more. You can do more what is it called? Realty. Like, come on, if you feel like it's a contract, use that boy to get rich.
You know how many people rather sell to like people that are married. I feel like
they rather sell to people that are married. When you're getting a child adoption agency, married, surrogacy, married.
Like it's a lot of benefits and factors that plays into it that people don't know about, and they haven't taken the time to even research.
That's why I said learn first before you be like, ew, I would never.
Oh, they just gonna cheat anyway.
Right.
Get therapy, because you need it. If you think that they gonna cheat anyway.
Oh, speaking of get therapy, I feel like everybody, I'm not married, everybody should get premarital counseling. I'm definitely. Everybody should get that, because like Brittany said, at that counseling, you probably be like,
right, things that you never knew will come up I'm telling you. I mean, not that I've been through it, but
But you just never know. Like,
obviously, we're for marriage. No way, shape, or form are we trying to force marriage onto people. We're just trying to say,
to each
educate yourself before you decide it's not for you.
Definitely, I definitely.
Also, make sure you talk to the person you're with, because maybe it's for them and it's not for you. And then y'all been together for 5 years.
Communication.
And now y'all gotta break up and wasted all that time because one of y'all want to get married and one of y'all don't.
And stop thinking you can change people's mind. I've seen that happen before.
Yeah,
the person has told you from the jump, I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids, whatever the case may be, and you're like, well, maybe in 3 years, maybe in 5 years, and then 10 years later you sad because you still don't have no kids and you still not married, and they told you on day one.
A lot of times they just don't want that with you. Let's just
because 9 times out of 10 they get out the relationship.
They get the right person. It usually happens that somebody
they'll change their mind,
or now all of a sudden they get married.
And sometimes it's just not you.
And
that's
okay. And that's because it ain't them.
Right. That, I mean, it sucks, but hey, you stayed.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
All right, y'all. So this is our final question. All right. So the final question is, what does it mean when people say, "I want someone I can vibe with and match my energy"?
I'm gonna waste your time.
I don't know what that means. I actually, honestly, truly, wholeheartedly, with everything in me, hate that.
It's like,
I hate it.
It's like the whole, oh, I just want to bond with no title. We can figure titles out later. No, we cannot.
I have a lot to say about this one because I was this person, the person that wants to go with the flow and let's just vibe and see. I'm gonna tell you this, and it could be different for everybody, but I need the people out there like me, don't lie. It's a way to not have to be accountable for somebody else's feelings. It's a way to treat people however you want to treat them, and when they don't like it, well, I told you what I wanted from the beginning. I told you I just wanted to vibe. What does vibe mean?
What does vibe
mean? Because if you ask me, I don't know. It just sounded good to say to get them to leave me alone.
That's exactly what it says.
I would say
it's a waste of time and a way to not be accountable.
Yeah, if I was to say that, like when I was younger, I don't say no dumb stuff like that.
Definitely not.
I
grew out of that.
I'm not about to waste my time now. Like, I don't want to waste my time now. But like when I was saying certain things, it's because I ain't like you like that.
Right. That's all it is. If a person can't tell you what they actually want from you, it's because they don't want nothing or they just want the cheeks.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like it, and that. Thank you. I really wholeheartedly did not know what that meant.
And I mean, like I said, everybody's different, but this is coming from a person who has basically said those exact words. It's a way to not be accountable.
But that sounds about right.
When somebody tries to come to you with their issue of, well, I thought we were doing this, and that person ends up having more feelings than what they expected to, and you still don't. It was like, well, I told you I was going with the flow, and the flow wasn't you. So.
Thank you. Where were you years ago? Because I finally know what that means. Normally I'm not like that.
But I hope I grew out of it. I hope most other people grow out of it. You get to a certain age where stuff like that you just get over it. Like you said, you want to have intentions with stuff. You're wasting other people's time and you're wasting your own time. Which isn't cool. Like
just figure it out. But that was it, guys. And to leave on a note, I saw a post in a TikTok that said, if a man likes you, you'll know. If he doesn't, you'll be confused.
And there you have it.
I feel like that was the most greatest advice in the world. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed all of this, both these videos and all of our content. We definitely have more to come. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Share, share, share. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe below. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video, and we will see you guys in a dope Friday video. Peace.